Hey riders, GRC, Sunday short race. Let me try to say this right. Mammolshainer Stich. That's as best as it's going to happen today. Maybe I'll just start calling it Mammo today. Okay folks, Sunday morning for me. It's just about 8 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful Alberta, Canada. This is Colin from Inside Cycling World. I'm going to cover all this stuff here, right? So, you know the setup. If you don't, this is how we do it. I've done a little warm-up. Super light for me. I think I need more of that. I think I like that longer, just easy stuff maybe. I'm watching the sign-ups here. We've got 76 people registered for our race. I know we won't get them all, but hey, what a great turnout for a Sunday. Got to say thanks to everyone for joining us. You know, join every race you can get into. It just promotes racing on Rouvy. It promotes Rouvy in general. So yeah, it's the night after. It's the day after. Sorry, it's the morning after the night before. I was out for a little bit. I think a few of us were last night. I'm a bit groggy right now, but that's okay. This is a good way to get all those that stuff out of your system. For me, it's called rum, but we'll leave that there. So this is our Sunday short race. 5.78 kilometers, 233 meters of climbing. Don't be deceived by the low average gradient that probably shows up when you look at the details, because the whole first, I think it's 3.5 kilometers is basically flat. I mean, falls flat. And then you're going to get slammed with all of the climbing at the end. So this should be a pretty interesting race. Let's take a look at the start list here. I'm not going to go as close to start time as I did before. Because I'm trying to clip in with less than 30 seconds to go. But we've got lots of people showing up here, you know, lots of people from the Discord group. Tony Yeager here, AK Chris, Alan here, Alex, Anders, Anthony signed up here. I'm not sure if Anthony's going to make it, but I think he got called away for some work. Here's Bashak. He's ready to roll today. Got Ben. Good to see Ben here. Let's just see. There's a couple of people I want to see if they made it. Okay. This is interesting. Here's Juliet. I hope she shows up. I hope she's going to participate in this ride. We're having lots of women come out for these events. In fact, did you know out of the 50, I think it was 50 last week on Butter Tubs, 8th place overall was Holly, 1987, from Team GRC. She smashed it. She smashed everyone to pieces. Awesome stuff. Love to see it. So yeah, ladies, please join us. This is a friendly group. We love to have fun. We love to go hard. We like to chill too. You can do whatever you want here. Let's also look for... So lots of great names here. Hey, here's Murphy. Murphy's great. We did a TTT on Friday. He pulled so hard at the front. He took a hard pull. I took a way longer pull than I should have, and I almost died, but I held in there. We lost our TTT by 2 seconds. That's fine. It was great fun. Minion Dave. Hey, Dave. MSPT. Check this name out right here, folks. Still browsing through. I saw Nobby Styles there. Oscar GTZ. Oscar did really well at Butter Tubs as well. Great job, Oscar. Purple Bengals here. Okay, the climbers are coming out, folks. Rebel. Good to see you, Rebel 72. Roberto 68. Not sure if I know this name, but yep, you're here. I don't want to miss... Okay, so yeah, this is how it goes, folks. We're in Southwest Germany. I've got 2 minutes to go. We're slammed up somewhere near Southwest Germany, in Southwest Germany, sorry, near Stuttgart, I believe. It's hilly here, so this is going to be an all-out brutal attack at the beginning for most of us. I don't know if I can even do it today. We got to dump these climbers. They're going to just draft us and hold on for dear life and just blast us up the climb. The climb initially starts with up to 20% gradient. My trainer can smash me to oblivion. 1 minute to go. I got to jump, folks. Actually, I got to get in here. So I'll be talking to you real soon.
Hey, riders. Okay, it's a couple hours later. Still Sunday. Team GRC, Sunday short race. Mammolshainer Stich. Let's just go with that. Our nice short but super intense ride that we like to pick out every Sunday. This one was carefully selected to give kind of everyone a chance out there, whether you're a flatlander or a climber. So the strategy here was, or I guess the thinking behind the route was, let's keep it flat at the beginning, hopefully give a chance for some of the bigger wattage riders, the people that can push really big watts, a chance to get away on the flats, then allowing the climbers to catch up on the climb at the end. So this is a short one. This is just like, I don't know, maybe 3.5 miles long, 220 something meters of climbing, 230 something meters of climbing, but it's all wedged in at the very back end of the route. So yeah, this can play either ways. You know, how do you ride this? Do you try to get away at the very beginning as a, you know, I'll just call myself a flatlander, bigger rider. You know, do I push absolutely as hard as I can to get away from the climbers with the potential of blowing up before I hit the climb and allowing them to pass me even easier than they already are? Up ahead of me, here's SR71, John, looking sharp here. I think you saw Tony Yeager there. Nobby Styles is here as well. I'm right beside Bashak, flipping into a map mode quickly. You can see the field is quickly spread out. We had MSPT join our event. You know, a huge hitter on Ruby. Always at the front, perennial front runner. But, you know, we've got really good representation here from Team GRC. Like, this is becoming a big deal for us. And being surrounded by all my GRC comrades, I was just talking with them afterwards in the Discord. Again, get in some type of Discord group with other cyclists. You're going to love it. And just seeing these other people around me, even though I know they're probably racing against me, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're just like, hey, we're going to ride all hard together. Things may, you know, it just may be what it is, right? But anytime I see their names, I'm like, okay, I'm safe. I've got a little bit of security here. Even though it's like a race within a race, but I know them. I feel like it's a little bit of motivation to help me here. So yeah, just chugging away here, do my thing. I see Alex just up ahead of me. Roger's up there too. Turnwater 7. I used to call him Turnwater. It's Turnwater. I can see Mick up the road too from the Muckers. Mick is definitely not cruising today. Mick made a joke to me. Basically, every time I comment on Mick, it's usually when he's finishing up, and he's just kind of like cruising to the finish. I like to say that a lot. Cruising, meaning you're under control, you're chill, you're doing it. And Mick commented to me, he goes, yeah, cruising is more like half dying, trying to finish. I totally know what you're saying, Mick. So I'm right there with you. We did have a couple of other people show up today. We had Global Ragnar show up. Check him out. He's got a YouTube channel, and he likes his Instagram as well. I'm not much into Instagram yet, but I'm going to focus on the YouTube. And we were pretty lucky today, too. We had Juliet Elliott show up. She's got a really good YouTube channel. You should check her out. I'll throw some links down below afterwards, but let's get right back to the racing. So you can see here, this is like a GRC reunion here. Every second person I'm looking at here is a GRC team member, or at least they hang out with us in the Discord. And like I said, everyone's invited. Kraken 71, only 3 riders back from me right now. Bashak's doing really well here. As I said earlier, maybe I mentioned it in the aftermath video. You know, the video you get to hear where I'm half dying. Bashak's very under the weather today. He was planning on going hard and then just being a sweeper at the end, but he did really well. You know, I'm ahead of him here, but eventually he ends up passing me. Nobby Styles is here, Tony, Bashak. So in this race too, we have Stephanie Briggs. Apparently this is her first race back after some pretty major knee surgery. So fantastic she's here. I never even got to see her. She was gone so fast. So I think she did the right strategy. Basically, I think if you're a small, lightweight climber, I guess you can do it different ways. You got to hope that the big watts numbers people die on the hill and you catch them, or you're a small, lightweight climber, because I know someone who did this. You just kill yourself at the beginning and get into that really fast group at the front and just draft like crazy, hold on for dear life, and use those stronger riders to pull yourself away a little bit to get a gap. And then, 3/4 of the way into the race, then you're in your element. So here I am. Who's nearby me right now? I got Roger right with me. Nobby's with me as well. Alex is just up the road. Yep, this person just joined the Discord. Malo Noel. Again, I mentioned the Discord. I always butcher your name. GTZR 3000, just up the road a little bit from me right now. We're now coming up to the steepest part of this route. We're at the 11% stuff right now. We are going to jump up to 20% at some point. I also see Oscar GTZ behind us. And now I noticed Oscar at Buttertubs. He did so well there. And, you know, from what I saw with Oscar's style, he's like a grinder, more like me. I didn't get too grindy here. I think you do notice. Let's take a look when the course gets really red, the profile. I think I probably get down to the 60s. And it was really cool to see last week the different riding styles. Maybe it's just the different equipment people have, but it is what it is. So, like, you know, I'm in the 80s right now, but I bet you coming up here, I'm going to drop to the 60s. So let's have a little peek here. See what I do. See, I'm in the 60s now. I dropped to the 60s, in the 60s. I've got Oscar right behind me. And when I watched Oscar at Buttertubs, he was like a 50 to 60 RPM grinder, just like me. So there's different ways to ride. You can spin your way up, or you can just kind of like power, crunch your way up. Yeah, so this is the steepest part here, 19-20%. The good thing is it's not very long. I guess kind of the bad thing is, even when you're done this stretch here, then it's 6-7% all the way to the finish. And you're kind of really beating yourself up here. I'm surprised I'm actually doing well here because I woke up feeling quite groggy this morning. I actually slept in a little bit, as I should have. AK Chris directly ahead of me. I believe Chris is from Anchorage. Chris, just so you know, I've been up to Alaska several times. People have heard before, past life, used to be a dog sled musher, had a pretty big kennel, and I think it was 99 and 2000, I was up there for the Iditarod. Not for me, I was a handler for another friend from Alberta. Man, is it a long drive from Alberta to Anchorage. You know, coming from the west side of Canada and Alberta, I think, oh yeah, it's just above us. No, it's 3 days. I think it was a 3,500 kilometer drive. So 2,100 miles, something like that. And we're traveling with 30 dogs on board. So it's a lot of work. Steven Cycles here too. Steven Cycles, believe this someone is just dropped into our Discord in the last few days or off and on. Having a really great ride here. We're looking really strong. Now see, Bishak is just a couple riders back behind me. And this is where I start seeing the imminent action that's about to occur. I see, look on the leaderboard, Purple Bengal. Known climber, super strong, super lightweight, easy for her to push 4 watts per kilo at virtually any hill. So I'm just waiting for this to go down. I'm like, okay, this is how I thought the race would unfold. This is what I wanted to happen. Look at the riders ahead of me too. There's 2 and 3 riders just scattered up the road everywhere. This is so great watching this. So Chris is just behind me, Arluzar, and then Purple Bengal. Bishak has actually fallen back a bit here, but I'm pretty sure Bishak makes a good push at the end. So again, folks, if you're just jumping in, this is after the fact, after the race. Pretty soon, when I'm done, we're going to jump into the Colin, who sounds like he's almost going to have a heart attack, because I honestly have just stepped off the bike after I finished. Jammed my microphone in. Here comes Purple Bengal now. So this is Maxine, super strong rider. You know, she could see her. She's just riding all the way up. She's easily capable of doing 4 watts per kilo all the way up these hills. And I'm just not. I just can't. I'm not a 4 watt per kilo rider up these hills. I'll do my best to stay 3 to 3.5. And look at this here. Bishak makes a comeback. Here he comes. He's also pulling up another rider with him though. So Arluzar is coming back on me now. And I'm just riding. And take a look at the leaderboard as well, folks. Juliet Elliott is making a presence. So at this point here, I'm like, oh, here comes another lightweight climber on me. Here comes another one. Chris hanging tight with me here. Juliet is only 60 meters behind us. We still got some climbing to do, but there's little, you know, it levels off in places just the tiniest bit down to like 4%, giving some of us watt people a bit of an advantage again, or at least leveling the playing field just a little bit to help us stay away from the pure climbers. To stay with, and so this is funny here too. So now Bishak has drifted back behind me again. And folks too, yeah, and here he comes again. Bishak says, enough, it's 500 meters to go. He's making a push now. Great effort by Bishak. I love it. I'm with Steven Cycles here. Do gotta say, folks, I made a mistake. For some reason, I wasn't sure what bike I was on throughout this whole thing. but I did manage to make sure I did change to the Fesca Superlight. So I am on pretty much an all-out climbing bike. I thought it would help me here. Maybe the Cervelo would have helped me more at the beginning. But anyways, it is what it is. I'm on the Fesca. I wasn't on the Ruby bike, as I was saying. Double check that. So yeah, here we go. Steven Cycles right behind me. Bashak is just taking a blast up the road. Yeah, look, he's passed 4 people, and he actually overtook Purple Bengal. What a move. We've got Maxenzio's there. We got Oscar GTZ just ahead of us. And Mala Noel. Please tell me how to pronounce your name. I'm begging you. And I'm just going to cruise to the finish here. So shortly, folks, this is going to quickly, abruptly stop, and we'll be jumping into my after footage. That occurred right after the race. Appreciate everyone watching. See you soon.
Riders, we are back. Missed a few finishers. Hey, here's Jill's. So I topped out at 188 beats per minute. I did see Juliet out there. Great job. Let me bounce back through the field here. So we got Jill's finishing by himself. Turn Water 7. I think I used to call you Turn Water. Look at this here. Kraken coming in for 34th place. Being pursued by John, SR71. Hey folks, we had a really good team time trial event on Friday. John, Gem City, organized all this for us. Great job. Hey, here's Ragnar coming up. Great job. Here's one of the bigger people probably in the race. I mean, big powerhouse. Great job there. JAC, Discord member, Tuna Tornado chasing hard. Here's a new name for me, Tom Suaro, chasing up after Tuna. Come on, Tuna, kick. And we got Mick coming in. I did see Mick out there, and I escaped away from him somehow. Oh, look at this. Rebel coming in hard. Coming in hard for Team GRC. 7 watts per kilo. Mick's countering at 7 though. Give it a little go. We got Gidgar 69 coming in as well. CJF Andel. Very common to our races. Hopefully I'm not talking too loud, folks. I feel like after I do the ride, my eardrums are throbbing. Cervelo Ghost. I believe this is a ladies rider. Doing great. So did everyone, well, I don't want to spoil it right now, but there's been, I think, 1 or 2 ladies finish ahead of me already. Probably way high up in the standings. That last little bit was kind of a grind. So, yeah, CJF is just up around the corner. Can see the finishing line now, so very good. Cervelo Ghost pursuing. 16, look at this. David 1951 is coming hard after Cervelo Ghost. Going for the pass, desperate to get that 44th place position. I'm not the greatest racer, to be honest. I don't really fight that hard. I like to ride my own thing. But yeah, some people will fight to the very end. It's fantastic. Andy Mogi here. Mogi, new rider. I got to point out too, I think I was on the Ruby bike today. Wrong bike selection. So everyone should know that. If you were on a TT bike before, which I was from Friday, I didn't ride yesterday. I decided to go to the casino and win tens of thousands of dollars, and by what I mean that is barely come out with $200, and then drink rum all night. So I think when I jumped into the race, I was on the Shiv TT bike and I rode on the Ruby bike. So if you're new to Ruby, you can select different bikes for different courses. You can earn coins to get better bikes. I got defaulted back to the Ruby bike, which is kind of like your starter average bike. I think it's a 2 and 2 star, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I'm going to make a video coming up soon about that. All the different bikes, how you can earn coins. Matus, new rider to me. Here's Kristen. Kristen is a Gem City rider. Pretty sure this is Kristen. Yeah, this is Kristen. Being pursued by Torbellino Lush, another new rider to me. So I know Kristen well from quite a few rides. Roberto 68 coming up. See, I can see a lot of people here on the standard Ruby bike. If you're new, you may not be able to afford any bike yet. Oh yeah, here we go. Our Welsh rider, Eat More Cake, doing fantastic. He's just ahead of Honest Jack. Jack's always in the mix, always. Susie C, ladies rider here, doing great. She's being pursued by Anders. Anders is GRC member slash in the Discord group. Hey, so like I said, I've said it every video I've done probably. If you're not a member of a Discord group, don't be afraid or shy to jump into one. We have one. The link is in my channel at the very top of the page. I did just refresh it. That's the Team GRC Discord channel. Whether you're a member of GRC or not, just jump in and chat. It's basically just a chat room. So think the old days. Think, oh, remember in the old days, IRC, when you go into those window rooms and just chat with people randomly from around the world. Yeah, just jump into one. You'll learn lots of stuff. You'll meet people to ride with. So we've been focusing on Anders here. Great job, Anders. We got Plodge. I've never seen Plodge before. Cruising up. You're done the worst of it. I mean, that little 20% kick for me, I felt it a lot. I'd love to, I didn't get too grindy there because it was just such a short section. So Plodge is 55th, folks. We got 55 riders at the moment. 56 with Rosa Duke. That's how I'm going to say it now. See Rosa all the time. Maybe it's just Ross. Maybe it's Ross a duck. See Ross, and here we go. So last time, this is Des Dyer. Des, D-E-S. Last time I called him Didier just because that's the way it looked on my screen at the time. I noticed Des has been very nice and put a couple of nice little periods in there to space it out for me. I think Des is a rider from the UK. Let's just follow him here to the finish. Who else do we got? We've lost one rider way at the back that never actually started, got in the start chute, and you know, the mailman came by, had to drop a special package off or something for them. The dog got loose, running around the neighborhood terrorizing kids. So user underscore PH didn't start. Level 1 rider though, so they probably jumped in and was like, ooh. Or actually, you know what? They're not disconnected. They probably missed their start time altogether. There must be, sometimes people get confused with time zones, but whenever you schedule a race or whenever you register for a race, let's go back to the front and watch Susie here for a little bit. I think I've seen Susie once before. Coming into the finish now. She's only got 100 and something meters to go. Great job. Great workout on a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, wherever you are. Yeah, so people will register for a race and start to play mind games with themselves. Well, yeah, if it's in the UK, if the guy's in the UK that schedule it, whenever you register for a race, just remember this. It's automatically set to your time zone as long as you've set your time zone properly in your profile. So where do you live? Find your time zone. Punch it in there. That race. So this race is, when it was organized by someone in Eastern Canada, so 2 hours ahead of me. The majority of the riders are probably in the UK and Europe. 7 hours ahead of me, 7 to 8 hours ahead of me. It's 8 o'clock in the morning for me here. It'll always give you your local time. Anders finishing up. Plodge, powering up there. Get it, Plodge. You can do this. Plodge just riding nice and steady, 2 watts per kilo. You know, not a lightweight climber. Getting up to 7% stuff. You know, and this stuff is no joke. 7%, you know, to put it in perspective, like 7% around here where I live near the Rockies, and everyone here knows this, but if this is for someone that's brand new or just bumped into this channel for whatever reason, 7% is kind of like when truckers get a warning sign going up a hill or down a mountain pass or a steep slope. 7%, like, hey, it's getting steep. That's what the average is here, all the way. You know, people don't realize this when they're driving their cars, how tough this really is. I like to see this Plodge giving it a little bit of a dig at the end, powering up here. Great job. Excellent job. So Plodge just needs to work on, look at him, go for a sprint too. Fantastic. I didn't do this. I cruised to the finish. Great job, Plodge. Good to see you out here. Thanks for joining us. Rosa coming up as well. Rosa finishing up the last of the 7% stuff. And then we got Des behind. Des is the winner of the Red Lantern today. It's a prestigious award to get in every race. Everyone knows the Red Lantern. People remember first and last, right? Not really the other spots, which is too bad. So yeah, a lot of fun out here today. Again, join a Discord group, any Discord group. Join GRC. There's a lot of them out there. You're going to meet people. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to talk out loud. It's not like that. It's basically a text chat room. If you want to have voice communication, you can. And some people will use them for race events. So you could set it up that you and your 3 teammates or whatever that are in a race can communicate the whole way. Some people set it up for doing long distance events. So yeah, sorry folks, the fan's blowing really hard on me here now too. I didn't turn it down. It's probably better here in the fan than here in the birds. squawking away. So Rosa finishing up. Let's go with Des right to the finish. I'm not sure if you noticed today too, Bashak was with me a lot. He's actually under the weather, so fantastic job by Bashak to hang in there. Still do well. Let's cheer Des on here to the finish. He's only got 400 meters to go. Probably just thinking, I guess gotta get through this. Yeah, great scenery here. This looks like we're in the fall, or I guess maybe we could be the very part of the spring. Maybe stuff's just coming to life. Actually, it's the spring when this is filmed. It has to be. So yeah, we did a really cool event on Friday, Team Time Trial. Probably going to do a video on that. And to be honest, I kind of butchered the video. So I've only got a little bit of it saved, but I'm going to try to put something out for that. I am going away next Sunday, going to Vegas for 5 days. So I'm going to I'll be off the bike for 5 full days. Probably lose all of my ability, but I'm going to cover everything I can whilst I'm there. I'm taking my portable mobile studio. I will be remote on location with you though, covering all your races. So if you see the video, or you can drop a message somewhere, I'll probably post this to Facebook as well. Just drop me a comment if you've got an event coming up that you want me to jump into and chat it up a little bit. I can do that. So yeah, Des just finishing up. So I did a warm-up this morning. I just did a little light, I think I did Rome in Italy, nice and flat, 11K or something. I've done this today. I've hit all my weekly goals. I'm pretty pumped up. It's probably going to be a nice lazy day to now to recover from last night. So look how great this is. Sunday, 57 riders completed our event. I think it's fantastic. And it looks like Des is on the correct bike too. I think he is on. Yeah, I think he is. That looks like the Trek to me. So Des has got the right bike. I don't know why I didn't take the right one. So what I usually do is once I get out of here, I'm going to jump to my settings and just see what bike was set up. And it's guaranteed it's the Ruby bike. I was going to choose between either the Cervelo for the flat at the beginning or the Fesca to help me being larger on the climb. It's kind of a toss-up. I think there's 3 seconds difference between the top 4 bikes anyways. So let's give Des a hand here. I'll be standing at the finishing line with mic in hand, red lantern in the other, to greet Des as he finishes. Great job, everyone. Thanks for watching all the videos. Remember, it's Colin over at Inside Cycling World. This is what I do. Cover Ruby races, Ruby rides, Ruby exploration, Ruby events. Anything you want to do, let's do it. We'll see you again real soon. Thanks, folks.